Hi, first graders. Happy New Year. Chip and I are here, and we wanted to wish you a happy 2021 and a very happy goodbye to 2020 because we had quite the year, right? So Chip and I just wanted to wish you a happy new year before we got started on today's lesson, and we're actually going to start with a mystery number. Chip, you look like you need a nap. Do you need a nap? We'll go sunbathe outside while Mama does this. All right, say bye to Chip. He's got a nap. He's tired. All right, mystery number. Here we go. You're going to need your 120 chart. I have my small one here, but I know you can't really see it very well, so I have my big one right here too, so we can talk about our moves on the 120 chart. So here we go. The first clue is I am between the numbers 45 and 85. So it has to be between 45 and 85. Okay? So it can't be the numbers above or below on the chart. So I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna mark out my numbers that it can't be. I'm gonna hit pause. You can do the same thing, and then we can meet back when we're ready for clue number 2. Okay, are you ready? I've got mine marked off. You should have yours marked off too. Okay, the next one is I am an even number. We have to remember, what does an even number mean? So if I have 2 pairs of socks, there's an even number of socks, right? You don't want an odd number of socks because then you'd only have 1 sock for 1 foot. So that's an even number. 3 is an odd number because if these were socks, it wouldn't have a pair. It'd be odd. Odd man out. Okay, so how about 4? 4 is an even number. You can make pairs out of 4. 5, odd. 6, even. We can make pairs. 7, odd. 8, even. 9, odd. 10, even. So we found out 2 is even, 4, 6, 8, and 10 are all even. So if we follow that pattern, 11 will be odd, 12 will be even, 13 will be, 14 will be, yeah, and so on, right? So I'm going to mark off on my list all of the odd numbers because I have to keep my even numbers. All right, so I'm going to hit pause. You hit pause too. We'll come back when we're ready with our odd numbers marked off. Okay, kids, I've got my even numbers saved on my list. You should too. And now we've got our next clue. Number 3, the digit in my tens place is 5 more than the digit in my ones place. All right, so let's take a peek at that clue again. So we've got our ones place and our tens place. Ooh, I think I'm going to go over here. I want to use my 120 chart. So if I pick the number randomly, 26, let's just look at it. We know it can't be 26 because it's already marked off. It's not between 45 and 85. So we're just looking at an example. So this digit is in the tens place. It's worth 20. This digit's in the ones place. It's only worth 6. The clue says the digit in my tens place, the digit in my tens place is 5 more than the digit in my ones place. Okay, this digit in the tens place is a 2 because it's just the digit, not the number, right? This digit is 6. This digit is worth 4 less than the digit in the ones place. Let's look at another example. Let's take the number 42. If I look at 42, we've got a 4 in the tens place and a 2 in the ones place. The digit 4 is worth 2 more than the digit 2, 2, 3, 4. So it's worth 2 more. Okay, so our clue, one more time, the digit in my tens place is 5 more than the digit in my ones place. Okay, hit pause. This one might take us a while to figure out. Hit pause, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I just did my clue, and I don't know about you, but I only have 2 numbers left on my list. How many do you still have? You have to find out. So I only have 2 numbers, so I know the next clue is going to tell me what number it is. All right, so let's check it out. The sum of my 2 digits equals 9. Well, I only have 2 numbers left. And when I take the 2 digits and I add them together, it has to make 9. So for example, if I have this number right here, 18, which I know can't be my answer because it's not between 45 and 85. But if I took 18 and I added the digit 1 plus the digit 8, that would make 9. It would follow that clue. Okay, so I only have 2 numbers left on my list. Let's see what I have. You should have this done too, right? Okay, so my first clue I did in pink. I marked off everything not between 45 and 85. My second clue I marked off in green. And my third clue I marked off in light blue. Okay, so here's what I have left. 50. And there it is, 72. That's all I have left. So 50. Whoa! 50 and 72 are my only options. So let's see what would match. Let's get rid of this. Need some space, first graders. Okay, so we've got 50 or 72. Which one matches that last clue? The sum of my 2 digits equals 9. Okay, so we've got 5 plus 0 or 7 plus 2. You decide. Did you get it? Did you figure out that mystery number? And if you didn't, go back and check your clues. Hit pause now and think about which number got, or which clue got you stuck, and see where you can get yourself unstuck. Okay? It's okay if you didn't get the same number I got, but you want to go back and figure it out. Okay, kids, I think it's time. You ready for the story? Okay, here it comes. We've got to take off this 120 chart and say hello to penguins. All right, so we've got penguins. Ooh, I didn't cover my numbers. Oh, you guys, no peekies, no peekies. Somebody's already out there saying, I saw the numbers. Okay, there are penguins on the iceberg. Okay, so imagine that. You've got an iceberg. It's very cold, and there are penguins there. Okay. Some penguins left and went swimming in the ocean. Okay, so I want you to imagine the penguins, some of them, jumping off the iceberg into the ocean. Now there are penguins on the iceberg. Okay, so some of them stayed behind. Maybe they're balancing an egg on their foot. Remember how they do that? That when they're nesting, they're balancing those eggs on their feet. Now there are penguins on the iceberg. Okay. Think we heard that. How many penguins went swimming in the ocean? Okay, so we have to figure out how many left the iceberg and went swimming in the ocean. Okay, can you imagine that? So some of them are still left on the iceberg and some of them are now in the water. Which one would you rather be, swimming or on the iceberg? I'm a swimmer, but I don't know if I want to swim in that cold water, so maybe I'd choose the iceberg. All right, so here we go. We've got 12 and 8, 20 and 7, or 45 and 19. All right, so let's read it with our number sets 12 and 8. There are 12 penguins on the iceberg. Okay, so count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Some penguins left and went swimming in the ocean. Did they all leave? There are now now there are penguins on the iceberg. Okay, so how many are still on the iceberg? We've got 8 of them. Count them out. 8 are still on the iceberg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many penguins went swimming in the ocean? Okay. So how many penguins do we have all together? We have 12 penguins all together. And we know that some went to the ocean, but there are still 8 on the iceberg, right? So we have to figure out how many went swimming. Okay, kids, it's all you. Grab your stuff, grab your penguin, grab your pencil, and get going. I'll see you next time. Bye, kids.